because last week Barney went to a block of flats just near the studios here to find the answer to a very difficult question, and that is, how do you blow up a 13-storey, 9,000-ton building without damaging the houses around it that are just metres away? And the answer is, not very easily.
The Falcon Court building in Manchester. 9,000 tonnes of concrete, and it's 35 metres high. It really is a huge part of the skyline around here.
When the tower block was built 40 years ago, it was a modern and exciting place to live.
But in 2014, it's past its best, and so the local council has decided to demolish it to make way for new, more modern homes.
Yep, they're going to blow it up. But how do you demolish something so large while protecting the houses that are just metres from the blast?
Now, if you've ever played with one of these, you'll know just how easy it is to make something fall over. Oops. Yeah, but if it goes that wrong, it could have disastrous consequences for the houses around it. Ah, that's better. So a successful demolition should fall neatly in on itself.
Like these Dundee tower blocks did back in 2011. But not all demolitions are executed as precisely as that. In 2009, the demolition of this Turkish factory went dramatically wrong. Martin Smith is the man in charge of the safety of the Falcon Court demolition.
Do you like what I've done with the place?
I do, yeah, it's really good. We look like we're in what used to be someone's home.
It was. This would have been one person's flat with a doorway just behind us here that clearly you can see we've started our pre-weakening process to remove some of the structural elements of the building. The explosives do some of the work, but by pre-weakening it, that does the rest.
The demolition team have drilled holes in the walls that are supporting the weight of the building to make it less stable. The team will then place explosives on 3 floors, blasting away walls that are helping keep the building standing. The idea being that once they go, the already pre-weakened building should fall in on itself, leaving a neat pile of rubble. It's 3 weeks before demolition day, and the team are about to carry out a test blast on one piece of wall.
Well, we'd love to see some explosives going in. Could you do that for us?
John is an expert in blasting big buildings.
Well, this is the explosive, and it's just filled with PETN. You can see the white powder.
What does PETN stand for?
Penicillin trinitrate.
Did you write that down?
We're only going to put 1 lantern per hole. We make the weak spots, and this is just the tool to take it out.
It's all yours.
By carrying out a test blast, John will be able to see if his plans for the overall demolition are accurate.
They look a bit like the sweets that you get at the pick and mix in the cinema, don't they? I wouldn't eat one of those, though.
On the demolition day itself, using too little explosive might not topple the tower block. Too much, and it might explode everywhere, causing damage to the surrounding buildings.
What do you want to see when we come back into the building?
We'll give it 10 minutes after the explosive's gone off to let the proverbial dust settle, but we expect to see sort of a big bag of the concrete, and when we cut it open, there'll be a big section of the wall missing, and the concrete that was there is sat in the bottom of the bag.
It's time for us to leave. Let's see if John has got his sums right.
Obviously, if you see anything in that period when I'm quiet that may need to stop, shout stop, 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 OK?
Are we all ready? Are we good to go?
Fire now.
Wasn't expecting
That was it.
That was louder than I expected it to be as well, wasn't it? Didn't give me warning about that one, did you?
After a few minutes, it's safe to go back in and have a look.
So that wall is effectively gone now, hasn't it? What was there before? So how do you know now how successful the blast was?
What we'll do is we'll cut open the geotextile, and then we'll clip open the chain link fence beneath, and hopefully when all the debris spills out onto the floor, which tells us the explosives have done the job exactly as we wanted.
So would you call that a successful test?
I would call that very successful.
3 weeks on, it's demolition day. The finishing touches are being made to the building while teams from the local council are evacuating the homes of local residents.
It's not because the building's going to fall on top of theirs, it's just a precaution, really, to make sure that they're nice and safe and away from the blast zone. But if that building falls down the way it should do, which it will, it's just going to drop.
At a safe distance away, there's an excited crowd watching, and I'm being allowed inside the exclusion zone.
I'm actually getting really excited. Everyone's starting to move pretty quickly now.
I'm with Martin and John, ready for when they push the button to bring the block down.
Sentry 9, receive it over.
Loud and clear.
And it's not just the homes we've got to worry about. We've placed 2 cameras at the base of the building. Let's hope John's got this one right, or they might get crushed.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Here we go.
1.
Fire now.
Have you ever seen anything like that? Look at the dust cloud coming over here. Wow, that's incredible. 4 years to build it, 4 seconds to demolish it. You want to see an action replay, don't you? Check this out.
Push the button.
That was brilliant. Oh, here comes the dust.
Ah, I'm so jealous. That looked like a really exciting day for Barney, the crew, and the local community. And also, if you saw one of the cameras there on the day that got covered in rubble, this is it. It survived. How good is that? Now, follow me this way.